Hi everyone, this is Janet with Lovin The Bling Designs, and I was doing a embroidery design and the needle broke. And then I heard some clinking noise and the needle did go, let's see. Here's the needle. So as you can tell, there's still a piece missing. So the needle did go down inside the PE800 embroidery machine. So I used this device here that comes with your PE800, unscrewed the two screws in the back, these two right here. You do have to screw it, and I have a piece of paper here just so nothing goes back inside the machine that I need to retrieve out. I really don't want anything else going back inside there. So you do have to use this, there's one screw. You do have to screw quite a bit and use this on these screws to get them out and loose. There's another one. So now I'm going to move this, and I do have my machine on, but I have pushed this button. Basically, it stops everything from moving in this section. And I did lift. Okay, so once you have the two bolts out of the back of the metal plate, you want to pick it up from the back and move it forward towards you. It should slide off pretty easily. You may have to tug a little bit, but it should slide off pretty easily. It stays together. See? You want to look inside, see if you have your broken needle visible. If you do see it, like at the bottom, let's see if I can reach in here, like maybe it might be in there. What I have found is you can use, if you have this, I happen to have it because I work with rhinestones, but a little rhinestone picker upper deal. I don't even know what the name of it is. I'm sure there's a technical name. It has a little sticky end to it. You could, if you could reach it down in there, tap the needle to pick it up with it. Or what's best is to get a small magnet, very small magnet, and draw with a string possibly and drop it down there. Or what I have also tried is, since this is a small unit, unplug it, turn it upside down, and see if it'll come out that way. I tried turning it upside down, nothing came out. Also, someone mentioned, if it's a small piece, which this ended up being, here's the broken needle. So I'm going to say it's a very small piece, but I'm still worried, but I don't know what else to do. I checked the directions pamphlet, and I've looked at videos. I didn't see any video on YouTube for this. The only videos I did find was changing the needle only and it not dropping or pieces of it going inside. So changing the needle is a snap, but if it did go inside, I didn't see any videos on YouTube showing this. So when you're done getting that needle out, or when you've attempted just to try to get the needle out, or you don't see a piece of a needle, then you can put the faceplate back on. It just slides on. Let's see. There's a little knack to it though. There it goes. Okay. That slides on. And then put the screws back in. Here's my little piece of paper. Make sure no screws go in there, because I hate to get all this in there and then drop a screw. And you would use your metal piece that came with your machine. You use the same little piece to replace the needle itself as well. Like I said, there's tons of videos replacing the needle, But I could find nothing hardly at all for a PE800 showing you how to get the needle from inside, a piece from inside the unit, or maybe you're changing the needle and you dropped it inside the unit. So get that really tight. Now do the other side. I can move that piece of paper since I don't have any more screws to mess with. It is not the easiest thing to get the screws out, and it's not easy to look for that needle, especially if you have, you know, not very good eyesight. I wear glasses, so it was, had to get my bifocals and everything. And extra light too, because I couldn't see very well inside there. Okay, so those are screwed on. It is tedious, my goodness sakes. Freaked out when I heard the needle break, and so here is where, right here is where you'd unloosen this and put the needle in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a needle in and start the video back up after that. And we're up and running. Seems like everything is doing okay. I think the reason why my needle broke was my thread up here, my bobbin, was getting entwined. I didn't notice that till the needle broke. The best thing I ever bought, which I plan on using a whole lot more often, is this bobbin holder, which now I put the bobbin on that. And it seems to be working just fine. Now I do have my tension set at 2.3 or 2.4. I think it's 2.3, which also helps. I had to put my design back to the last stitch I made, which I just guessed. Well, I didn't guess. I'm using Embroidery. So I looked through the Embroidery and I use this stitch simulator, which is very helpful if you ever have to go back to a stitch, like you broke a needle or something, and you had to reinsert your hoop with your design on it and you don't know where you left off. It's best to go back to your Embroidery and do your stitch simulator, and then you see what stitch number you left off on. And then I went to my PE800 and redo, because I had to turn it off and on and change the needle and get the needle out and everything out of the machine, I had to turn it back on. It asks, would you like to keep your last design? And I said yes, but it does go to the beginning of the design. So I changed my thread to, or my stitch count to go and start at where I left off. So that's very helpful. So now it's working. Thank goodness.